Better. All right.
How are your elbows feeling?
Doing that? They're good.
Good?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Yeah. What are you leaning for?
I'm waiting.
Oh.
You to... Do it already. That's your warning sign.
Hey everybody, this is Jerry Scalata, and this is episode number 17 of Thrive TV. And today we're going to continue our series on metabolism. Last time we covered the fitness aspect of metabolism. We covered doing interval training and metabolic resistance training to make it efficient and effective. We also covered steady state cardio if you like to do that, and weight training if you like to do that as well. So today we're going to cover the nutrition aspect of your metabolism. We're going to understand what are the important parts of your metabolism when it comes to nutrition, how you can increase it when it comes to nutrition, and how you can make it efficient and effective for you, and go from there. So, Trevi.
Jerry.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Well, how are you?
Good.
Awesome.
Good.
Enjoying the snow today?
No.
No?
I'm ready for sun. Yeah.
Sun, we had a couple of those
Yeah.
over
Not
the
long
weekend.
enough.
No. I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good after this one. What do you think? Fingers
Crossing
crossed.
my fingers. Right.
So what's going on today?
So what we will start out talking about is what the definition of metabolism. You guys probably know that, but let's just review it really quickly. It's the energy that your body that your body uses to break down your food and just to live and do everything that you do every day. It needs to break down your food and your nutrients smaller and smaller. There's several steps there, but that all requires energy and to break that food down, to put it back into your body, to rebuild it back up. So that's what your metabolism is. There's 4 different components. Jerry covered your resting metabolic rate, which is one of those, and what I want to talk about today is one of the things is the thermogenic effect of the food that you eat. And by that I mean the energy that your body requires to break down your food and convert it into energy for your body to use. So, and we'll get further into that in just a little bit. So the next thing we want to talk about, let's go over some of the barriers that you might encounter that affect your metabolism negatively, and things that you want to, a couple of things you want to make sure that you try to do to help your metabolism. The first thing is stabilization of your blood sugar. Your blood sugar is what you have, the circulating glucose from your food breakdown that you have in your body. So one of the key things for weight loss and to help support your metabolism is to keep your blood sugar as stable as possible throughout the day. You don't want it going up and down and on a roller coaster, because that affects you negatively as far as your energy level. It causes you to crave food. You just feel kind of foggy in the head. So you want to eat the types of foods that will help to keep your blood sugar level. The other thing is that the breaking down process of the food in your body takes a lot of energy in and of itself. So if you, and it requires oxygen to be able to do all the things that it needs to do. So if you're taking in inadequate food, not eating enough calories, and not taking in enough oxygen, not breathing right, and all that, then that combined, or both of those separately, can lead to inadequate energy, which leads to a slower metabolism. So that in a nutshell is if you're not eating enough calories in a day, you can be slowing down your metabolism and not even realizing that. That's something that women typically do when they're trying to lose weight, is you think that I need to eat less in order to create this deficit so that I can lose weight, when in fact what you're doing over the longer term is you are slowing your own metabolism down and you're not even aware of that.
So something that we see a lot of, you see a lot of, and I've seen a lot of over the last 5 years training is whenever people come in, you're starting to give them nutrition advice, and the first thing you ask them is, what do you eat now? And a lot of the answer is, and I covered this a little bit on Snapchat yesterday, a lot of the answer is, well, I don't eat that much. Or I really don't eat a lot. I don't know why I can't lose weight. I only eat twice a day. I don't know why I can't lose weight. So basically what you're explaining the reason of why, even though you think in your mind, I'm not eating a whole lot of food, so I should be losing weight if I'm not eating a lot, then really the truth of the matter is your metabolism is slowed down because you don't have that energy balance.
Yeah, so your body only knows two things. Is it knows feast or it knows famine. So your body, like I have said before, is always seeking homeostasis and it's going to do whatever it can to keep you surviving. So it will downgrade everything in your body based on
every metabolic process.
Right, based on your energy intake. Because it doesn't know.
Right.
It doesn't know that you aren't eating because you're trying to lose weight and there's food all around you. It just knows that nothing's coming in. So we need to slow everything, ratchet everything down. So keep that in mind when you are looking to boost your metabolism, is make sure that you are taking in enough food in a day to support the energy requirements that your body needs to do all of its basic functions. So some of the we'll talk about now the nutrition side and how to implement things into your diet and maybe things to get out of your diet to help with your metabolism. The first thing that comes to mind is water. We discussed water on the last episode, and it's important for hydration and to make all your chemical processes work. So we aren't going to spend a lot of time on that, and the fact that you should drink colder water because you will boost your metabolism by doing that, because your body has to heat that water up. So that's water. The next thing I want to talk about is caffeine. There's a couple of different camps out there on caffeine, but both of them agree that caffeine over the long-term usage has diminishing returns, as you always say, is you will get sensitive to it and you will not be getting any more thermogenic effect out of drinking caffeine to try to boost your metabolism. The other side of that is caffeine increases your cortisol, which is something that you really don't want a lot of circulating in your body. It's a natural occurring hormone, but you don't want to keep that cortisol level up all day long, because then you're going to have trouble sleeping, and that tends to hold body fat on you, breaks down your muscle. So you want to just kind of eliminate.
So the reason that you bring that up, and we were talking before we started recording about this, is there is a level at which it's about 6 to 8 cups of coffee, you said, you can have this constant increase in metabolism from the coffee if you drink 6 to 8 cups a day. However, because of the cortisol effect also that caffeine has on your body, it's just not worth
all of that.
The risk to benefit ratio is just not there.
Right, and all the stuff that people put in coffee, unless you're drinking it black, you are taking in unnecessary calories, really drinking that much. So one of the most important things that you can do nutrition-wise to support your metabolism is your protein intake. I've said this before and I can't stress it enough, is that protein, I think of the 3 macronutrients, it's the most important thing that you can do, and it's something that generally people struggle taking in. So the recommendations for an active person is 1 gram per kilogram of body weight. So you can take whatever your body weight is and divide that by
in pounds.
In pounds. Divide that by 2.2, and that will give you your kilos. So you would want 1 gram of protein for every kilo. So for example, if your kilograms are, say, 80 kilograms is what you weigh, then you would want to take in roughly 80 grams of protein in a day to support your metabolism. A good thing that I do is I generally shoot for about 20 grams of protein at each meal, and I build my meals around my protein. So protein is the first thing that I look to put into my diet, so that I am sure that I have that. And we'll talk a little bit later also about how you should combine your foods. And protein is one of the ones that are very important in combining your foods to support your metabolism. Now, men naturally are going to need more protein than women need, just based on body size. So just keep that in mind. The next thing I want to talk about is one of the things that has been proven in scientific research to support metabolism is green tea. Now, I'm not talking about the green tea that comes in the grocery store shelf in the jug that has high fructose corn syrup in it, or added sugars or honey, or
which is any green tea that's going to come in a can or a jug.
Pretty much of them out there. Mm-hmm. They'll throw ginseng on the front, and you think, well, that's healthy. But if you look at the sugar content, you're going to see that it's not the best. So I'm referring to green tea bags that you brew yourself. Green tea contains catechins that are proven to help burn fat, increase your total caloric usage for the day. They say up to up to 100 calories a day you can burn from drinking green tea, and it has a mild appetite suppressant in it. So just grab yourself some of those green tea bags off the grocery store shelves and make yourself a big jug of green tea and drink it, and it will help your metabolism. The other thing is eating spicy foods. You eat spicy foods, you increases your heart rate, makes you sweat. You can't really overeat. Most people can't overeat spicy food because of that burn on your tongue. So people say we eat, they eat a lot of peppers. I basically look at the nutrients that I'm going to get out of all the different colored peppers and all of that. So that to me is more important. That I get the vitamins and the minerals in, because you don't want to be vitamin deficient, because that can impact your metabolism. So when you're looking at eating vegetables, that's why vegetables are very important, is because that's where a lot of vitamins and minerals are that you need to take in to help support your metabolism. And I think most people don't eat enough vegetables.
Yeah, the vast majority.
Right. So the next thing we want to talk about is saturated fats and why they're important to your metabolism. And by those,
I think this one will surprise most people.
Right. I want to talk specifically about coconut oil and coconut milk. Those are the two saturated fats that are very important to support your metabolism, because your coconut oil is a different kind of fat. It's a medium chain triglyceride fat, which means that it goes into your body, it's rapidly broken down, and it's used directly for fuel. It doesn't have to pass through your liver to be sent to storage and all that. So that's why I use coconut oil. That's why I heavily promote it to people, because it's so easily digested and it's a good fuel source. Your body really prefers that type of fuel source when it comes to your brain function and how you feel. Your cell membranes are very sensitive to the type of fats that you're eating. So you want your saturated fats, and coconut oil specifically help to keep the membranes of your cells very pliable, and that way all the nutrients and the enzymes can easily get in and out of your cells, where other trans fats will tend to make that cell membrane harder, so they can't communicate as well. So you want that easy flow back and forth, and your cells to be communicating, because that will support your metabolism.
So you said that taking in medium chain triglycerides, and that's really the key here. It's not, and obviously there are other functions of the coconut oil that are important as well. However, for these purposes, it really seems to be the medium chain triglycerides that are important.
Right.
And with medium chain triglycerides in particular, like you said, it passes through your liver, so there's no insulin spike,
Right.
which is really the thing that insulin really is what controls the hormones of your body, and that's what helps you put on fat or take off fat, depending on how you're burning it, or how much you're releasing or not releasing, and so on.
Right.
So because it just passes through, there's no insulin spike there.
Right.
That's why there's a good fat mobilizing effect of MCTs.
Right. Right. So beyond that, let's talk about, there's some spices out there that you want to three mainly. There's others, but the three that come to mind that help support your metabolism would be cinnamon is number one. I use it quite a bit because it helps to control your blood sugar. It will blunt whatever you put it on. It blunts the insulin spike that you're going to get out of that food. So put cinnamon in your coffee. I put cinnamon on anything that I eat that's a carbohydrate that I want to blunt down that insulin spike I'm going to get from that. Turmeric is another one because turmeric is very anti-inflammatory, and you want to decrease and keep your inflammation at a minimal level for optimal body composition and functioning. And then the other one that I like to use a lot of is garlic. Garlic helps to mobilize the fat. It helps to pull the fat out of your cells so that you can burn that off. So use garlic, and garlic tastes good in most everything, I think. Maybe not your... I can't think of one thing that does... Well, yeah, that would be one thing I don't think I want to put garlic in. So, and then the other thing is combining your foods. So anytime you eat a carbohydrate, you want to make sure that you have a protein with it, because the protein will slow down the carbohydrate, the insulin spike you are going to get out of that meal. So put your carbs with proteins, and also put them with fiber, because once again, what you're doing by slowing down that insulin spike is you're maintaining that steady blood sugar and not letting that blood sugar shoot way up where you're going to get that crash effect behind it and feel terrible and then crave more carbohydrates and that whole vicious roller coaster that goes on.
So I think we'll do an episode on insulin. I don't know if we'll do we need to do macronutrient episodes anyway. So I don't know if we'll within the carbohydrate episode we'll talk about that, or if we do an insulin.
Insulin can be talked about by itself.
Well, then we'll probably do that, because I think that's another thing, and we reference it a lot, but I think a lot, most people just don't understand what that means. They just hear insulin and they think, oh, that's a bad thing.
It's what diabetics take.
Right. So you think, oh, it's a bad thing. Insulin is great. Insulin is great. Your body needs it to perform and to live.
Right.
However, it's also what kills you. So it's a little ironic. It's a little contradictory.
Right.
However, anyway, so we're going to do an episode on that eventually.
Yeah, that would be very informative.
Good idea.
I think. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe even a workshop. I mean, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to insulin.
Yes.
So, okay.
All right. Is that all you have for us?
That's all I have.
All right. That was all pretty good stuff. I like it. So, yeah, we'll do that insulin talk. I don't know when we'll do that. We need to put together a macronutrient series as well, and we can start that pretty soon here down the road. So, anyway, you can find you can find Thrive Nutrition first.
Right.
I'm just going to let you do this from now on. You? Yeah, you do.
Okay, Thrive Nutrition has a Facebook page that you can go to and like us, and we put a lot of good information out there. We put recipes and whatnot, and then you can find me at Trevis at thriveforstrength.com, and I also have my own Facebook page, Trevis, Treves Jansen, which I put stuff out there too. But anyway, that's where you can find us.
Thanks. If you have any questions for Thrive Fitness, you can hit us up on Twitter at the Thrive Pack. Thanks very much. We'll see you guys next time. I clapped too soon.
That's okay.
I scared you. I saw that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it.